Welcome back, everyone! This is Jarenitis bringing you PandemiCraft Season 2! Today we are starting Max. Eventually I'm going to stop reacting to you doing that. Today we are starting on Dadgummit, Max. Today we are starting on Episode 8, and today we're going to do some more stuff with witchery. Between episodes I've done a little bit of work. I've changed up a couple of things. You'll see what it is when we get up there. But for the moment, I am going to create a broom. A witch's broom is just 3 hawthorn saplings and 2 sticks, and we now have a broom. Yay! And I'm supposed to be able to right-click it and ride it, and it's not working. Okay, I think maybe you enchant the broom. Let's see what we can do with an enchanting on the broom. I know you can use it to fly. And I was fairly certain that you could just fly with it. Let's see if we can... No. Okay. Well, never mind then. So no brooming today. Oh, let's see. Last episode was the experience and bedrockium. I changed things up a little bit. We now have 22,000 buckets of experience, and I have my bauble on, so this isn't working. All right, turn the bauble off. The vacuum hopper was creating a problem. It was causing things to wind up flying off into God only knows where. So we moved the vacuum hopper over, filled it with cobblestone. That way it wouldn't continue to try to take things in. And then we added from random things an advanced item collector. The advanced item collector basically does the same thing as the vacuum hopper, well, with items, not with experience, unfortunately. But it basically does the same thing. So you'll see that things will pop into existence here, and then they'll just disappear. They disappear because the random things item picker-upper thingy, the item collector, is actually picking them up. You don't actually see them get sucked in. It doesn't have the animation of the vacuum hopper, but it still does the same job. So I'm thinking that everything's running correctly here. Yeah. So that's the little upgrade there. Alright, so today we're going to go ahead and show you a couple of the upgrades I've done to my witchery area. In the power generation area, the altar power generation, I've added some cactuses. And that helped with that. I also added some melons, because we finally found melons. So now we have melons in here, and that's adding to the witchery altar power as well. I added in some fantasy block and some chiseled iron bars. I think it really brings this room together, and it kind of lightens it up a little bit. My next step is going to be to get rid. You know what? Let's do that right now, because why I haven't done it already is beyond me. We're going to take up these torches because I really don't like the idea of the torches being here. So they just don't look very good, okay? It's a preference thing. You'll see. So we're going to get rid of the torches, and we're going to use a different different setting for the lights. The candelabra actually puts off light in and of itself, so that's kind of cool. But we're going to use the inverted lights from Ender.io. Okay, now there is a powered version of these that takes RF to power, and it lights up a very large area. But we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to put these up here. They're very small. They're very unobtrusive. Unobtrusive. They don't get in the way much. And they shed a decent amount of light. So it keeps them out of the way. You don't have torches laying everywhere. And it still keeps things looking pretty. I really like these things. Now, the powered ones, like I said, they take RF, and in taking RF, they shed a lot more light. But I like these. They're harder to notice, and they actually do a really good job. All right. So that being said, I also designed the circle magic floor. We've got obsidian. It's chiseled obsidian, so from underneath it looks like it's wood blocks, but it's actually obsidian. It's the chiseled obsidian that is the small, I think it's called small obsidian block in a wooden crate or something to that effect. And we went ahead and did the borders of this. That way when we have fights up here, we won't have problems with stuff catching fire, I hope. So that's pretty much what we're doing in this respect. So since we made this upper area for the circle magic, we're going to go ahead and do some circle magic. All right, to do circle magic, we are going to need chalk. Okay, and chalk is wood ash plus gypsum and a tear of the goddess, and the tear of the goddess is a breath of the goddess distilled down with lapis in the distilleries that we set up a couple episodes ago. Now, the distilleries tend to take a good little bit of time to do things, and because of that, I went ahead and distilled down a bunch of stuff beforehand. That way we don't have to wait. Okay, so we're going to need some tears of the goddess. Oh, wow, I didn't make very many Tears of the Goddess, so that's okay. We're going to need Tears of the Goddess, we're going to need the gypsum, and we're going to need the wood ash. Right? And, of course, I put a crafting station over here so we could do this. By the way, the Tear of the Goddess... Oh, wait, yeah, it's the Breath of the Goddess, and yeah, I just told you guys that because, you know, stuff. Alright, so now each of these Tear of the Goddess is capable of making 2 chalks. Okay, we're going to make 10 chalks because we're going to be using quite a few of the chalks over time because I imagine that some of our circles will get destroyed while we're doing certain things, okay? The other reason is because the white chalk is usable in and of itself, but then there's the otherware chalk, which requires 2 of the normal chalks to make 2 of these, so that's, you know, more chalk being used. And then, of course, there's the infernal chalk and the golden chalk. The golden chalk is what we're going to make as a secondary because it is the center of all circle magic. Okay, without the golden chalk, you really don't do much of anything else. So we're going to need some gold nuggets, some yellow dye, some redstone, and the original chalk. So let's go downstairs real quick and grab that stuff up, and we should be able to go ahead and get going with some circle magic. Let's see. We're going to make 2 of these just so that I don't ever have to worry about it again. We shouldn't use very many of these. Wow, the storm is just going crazy out there. What else did I need? I'm getting lost because the storm is being incredibly loud. Redstone and yellow dye. And we're going to keep some redstone with us because I think we're going to use some of it this episode. And then the yellow dye, nope, not there, but it should be in here. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and use this crafting table right here to make this stuff up. Sweet, 2 yellow chalks. Alright, so let's see. Otherware chalk is going to require lapis, water artichoke, and ender pearls. Let's see. Ender pearls. Lapis. The water artichoke globes are up there, so we can grab some lapis over here. Oh, no, that's right. I moved it all downstairs. Hello. Can't use an elevator, apparently. By the way, for those of you who are watching on YouTube, I am also streaming this as I am playing. So there are people who are watching things happen as they happen. So they're actually getting a free preview, as they say. So let's see. We're going to need some ember moss, blaze powder, rose red. We should have all of that available pretty much right here. Rose red, rose red, rose red. Nope, don't see it here, but that's okay. We should be able to get it from these. My God, why is there such a storm going? Is there someone else on the server? Maybe Indy's doing something. Indy's not currently in TeamSpeak, but we are here with Max, who's being strangely quiet other than the beginning of the episode like he usually does. He's probably muted. He does that a lot. Okay, did I actually keep any ember moss? I'm going to assume that I didn't, so we're going to pick up some real quick. If the door would open. We're going to need 2 pieces of ember moss. There's one. Where's it? Oh, there we go. Okay. Being a little touchy, probably because the storm is causing some lag issues. It figures that I would go to record. Let's see. Oh, that's right. We need a couple pieces of blaze powder. Alright, so now we've got gold chalk, we've got infernal chalk, we've got ritual chalk, which is the white stuff. And now we should be able to go upstairs, grab a couple water artichoke globes, and we should then be able to start making some circle magic. Let's see, water artichoke globe. Water artichoke, there they are. Make 2 of these, and we should be able to now make the otherworld chalk. We technically don't need all these chalks yet, but since I'm making chalk, by God, I'm making chalk. So we're going to have them for when we need them for later. So let's see, anything in here that needs to go in here? Nope. Okay, well actually, yes there is, with the gypsum and the wood ash. Alright, good. So now we're going to auto-sort this stuff out, and I will fix it all back off camera when you guys don't have to watch me do it. And that should make us ready for some circle magic. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do some basic circle magic. Let's see, brews and infusions, circle magic. Okay. In the circle magic book, which by the way, the circle magic book is made with, here we go, the whiff of magic, a belladonna flower, and then of course the ink sac, book, and feather, and the whiff of magic is a rowan sapling burned in the witch's oven. Alright, so in this book it's going to show us all the different circles and stuff that we can do. So let me choose something that'll be a really good one to start out with, and then we will do that. So give me just a minute to choose one, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. There's a couple of things that I decided that I wanted to do, but none of them am I really ready for. I like the idea of doing this. It's a rite of infusion. It requires the broom and the flying ointment, so that should make it so that I can fly my broom. Okay? It requires a 7x7 and 11x11, both chalked in white. Okay? And it requires 3,000 altar power. But I'm going to need the flying ointment first. Okay? So the flying ointment is here. The flying ointment requires redstone soup, a feather, wool of bat, belladonna, a diamond, and a potion of swiftness. Okay, so the potion of swiftness, that's easy. Feathers, I got them everywhere. Wool of bat, that's just from killing bats. There should actually be quite a few of those around. Diamond, no big deal, and belladonna, no big deal as well. The redstone soup, well now that one's going to be a little bit more complicated. The redstone soup is going to require tongue of dog, a piece of redstone, a belladonna flower, a mandrake root, the wool of bat, and a drop of luck. The drop of luck is the one that we don't have access to, and it's used in shaped crafting. We're going to need Mutandis Extremis, Refined Evil, and a water bottle. Mutandis Extremis is Mutandis around Netherwart, and if you remember, Mutandis is the wood ash and bone meal, eggs, mandrake root, cactus green, and a hint of rebirth. We have all that stuff here, and I will make that stuff here in a second, but I will do it off camera because, reasons. Okay? So the other thing is the drop of luck requires refined evil. Refined evil is diamond vapor and a ghast tear in a distillery. So I happen to have 2 ghast tears, so yay. And we'll have to go find some more, but we'll need the diamond, there we go, diamond vapor. And we should be able to go ahead and get this stuff distilling up. And you can't shift click these in. I forgot. Alright, so cool. We should be able to go ahead and make these 2 into what we need. So in the meantime, what we're going to need is the ability to brew, which means we need a kettle. Okay, we can't do anything without a kettle. And a kettle is also going to require a source of fire to make the kettle boil. So being that this is such a great place to have fire, we're going to have to be very careful how we build this. And we also are going to have to find the kettle. Infinity egg? What is an infinity egg? It's not clickable, so never mind. I just saw that there and I went, ooh. Alright, so let's see. Witch's oven, which is fume funnel. There's a kettle around here somewhere. I just know it. And I probably went right past it. So let's just do a kettle. Alrighty, so facade kettle, no. Alright, so we're going to need this kettle, okay? Kettles, of course, are just sticks, string, a cauldron, and an attuned stone. And as you remember, an attuned stone is the whiff of magic, a diamond, and a bucket of lava. So let's grab a couple whiffs of magic, because we're going to go ahead and make several attuned stones, because I know we're going to need them, and I don't want to have to do it again later. We happen to have buckets handy, and we also happen to have in, oh, there it is. This section right here, we've got buckets for lava. All right, pop downstairs and grab a diamond or two, which are, if I can run in circles enough. All right, we're going to need several diamonds for this. And we should be able to then go ahead and make some attuned stones. Right. Alright, we should be able to pop these together real quick. Diamond, lava, magic. How about that? I swear I brought 5. Alright, cool. So now that we have that, we're also going to need a cauldron, which I know we're going to need multiples of those, so we'll go ahead and make a couple and store them for now. There are many, many mods that use cauldrons, so there's no harm in making extras, especially when you have as much iron as I happen to have. Alright, good. So now let's take the buckets and put them back away. Ooh, we're going to need a water source. I'm going to have to build a water closet at some point. But yeah, so let's see. The rest is just sticks and string, which we should have plenty of. String should be here. Sticks should be here. Okay, not many sticks, but we'll make some more. And of course, we are also going to want probably a piece of netherrack. Well, no, we don't have PandemiCraft. I was going to say, I wonder if we can use the other stuff, but alright, well, we'll get back to that. So, the netherrack's good. We're going to need a flint and steel. Do I have one of those stored in here somewhere? No, but we'll have to light this. How am I going to do this without it being a problem? Because, I mean, I need to be able to do this, but I need to not burn my house down in the process. And, you know, living in a giant tree, fire is not exactly something you want to have a lot of, you know, running around the place. So let's see, flint and steel, go, good. Alright, so now we should be able to go ahead and put together the kettle. Excellent. No, we don't want to make 2. Or do we? No, we don't. Alright, so let me figure out how I'm going to set this up here and get things burning. Hopefully not out of control. And we'll be right back to start brewing up some stuff. Alrighty, we're back again. Okay, so we've gotten the brewing stand filled with water bottles. We're going to go ahead and throw the nether wart in here. We are also going to toss these cauldrons off because I don't need them right now. I'm hoping my tree is not burning down right now from that being set up there. I set it up there a minute ago to make sure it was going to run, and hopefully without making any troubles. But we should be able to go ahead and, yep, there we go. Made ourselves some of these mutandis. And then we should be able to make the mutandis extremis by putting it around some more nether wart. We're going to make 2 batches of them around the nether wart just because. I don't remember exactly what all the mutandis extremis is used for other than this. I know that there is something else it's used for that I'm going to be using in the future. I think you actually use it to help make new familiars later on. So now that we have the mutandis extremis, we need the rest of this stuff, which is all upstairs, and the drop of luck. We will need some water bottles that are also down here. Also, we need to go ahead and finish making... Oh, no, wait, sorry, not the redstone yet. We need a piece of sugar. Sugar makes it for Swift. Alright, here you go. Make that into a potion of swiftness. Then we will add the redstone. That will make it a potion of swiftness 8 minutes, which is what we ultimately are going to need. The refined evil should be being made upstairs. Tongue of dog, drop of luck, mutandis extremis. We're going to need some more water bottles. Actually, we probably only need 2 water bottles because we only had 2 gas tiers. We're definitely going to have to take care of that. Gas tiers will be a lot easier once we get the broom where we can fly on it, because then we'll just go flying through the nether, killing ghasts and gathering their tiers. Because, you know, Their tears sustain me. That was horrible. Alright, so 1 piece of redstone in the brewing stand should bring the potion of swiftness up to +2 status. And in the meantime, let's see. We don't want this anymore. We don't need this anymore. We don't need sticks anymore. Let's see. What else can we clean up my inventory a little bit here? That should be good enough for now. And this should be done. Sweet. Potion of swiftness engaged. Alright, going back all the way up to the top. Hopefully to not see my tree burning down around us. I don't see any fire. Alright, cool. So we went ahead and put this together like this. Ooh, that's what I forgot. I forgot the water source. We need an infinite water source here to keep the kettle fueled. So what we're going to do, change these things up just a little bit. We're going to put, since I don't have to worry about water catching fire, oh, I can't put it there. It'll put out the fire. Nuts. I knew there was a problem with that. Putting it a little too close. We should be able to put it right here. So we'll run downstairs, grab two buckets of water from my current infinite water source. And we should be able to just put this as one up here. That way we don't have to worry about constantly walking up and down the stairs. Or in this case, using the elevator 10 million times like I'm doing now. Let's see, 1 infinite water source, here we go, and 2. 2. Thank you. Alright, cool, so now we should be able to go ahead and do some brewing. Eventually I will have this to where I can just choose what floor I want to go to and it'll take me there, so we don't have to just jump constantly. Alright, cool, so we take that and we put it in here. So now we have water in here, and this should start to boil rather quickly. Let's check on our refined evil. Bingo. And we wind up with Reek of Misfortune as a second. I don't think I have any Reek of Misfortunes. Oh, I can't do that yet because I don't have room. Alright, let's see. Reek of Misfortune. No, I had no Reek of Misfortunes. So yeah, we're getting stuff we didn't have before, so that's pretty cool. Don't need that or that or that. Inventory space is at a premium right now, I'm telling you. Okay, so redstone soup. We need 2 redstone soups, which means we need 2 drops of luck, which is the 2 refined evils, Mutandis Extremis, and 2 water bottles. We should be able to go ahead and put that together really quickly. Go. Odor of purity. Did I not? No, that's the foul fume. What did I do wrong here? Bottle of water. Refined evil. Oh, Mutandis Extremis. Oh, that's right. I won't do it because the water bottles. Alright, sweet. So now that we have that, we should be able to go ahead and make the redstone soup, which will require, I'm going to need 2 of these, so 2 of everything here, 2 belladonna, 2 tongue of dog, 2 mandrake root, and 2 wool of bat. Please tell me I have enough of these things here. I have exactly 2 tongue of dog, I have 2 wool of bat, and I have 2 mandrakes. So, yeah, definitely going to need some more tongue of dog at some point. Tongue of dog is obtained by killing, as you might think, wolves or dogs. So, not the easiest thing to get hands on, but that's okay. So, we should have 2 belladonna flowers that I forgot. Alright, so now by standing over here, we should be able to go ahead and drop in the piece there, and no, nothing's going to go in because I'm wearing my ring. Okay, good. So now wool of bat, tongue of dog, mandrake, belladonna, drop of luck, and a piece of redstone. Alright, and you know you've got it right because it goes into the little white swirly things. So now I need an empty bottle. Water. So now we should be able to right click that and we wind up with redstone soup. Excellent. All right, so now what we need to do with the first batch of redstone soup is we need to break the chalice, pick up the chalice, or attempt to pick up the chalice and fail because your inventory is completely overpacked. And now we put the chalice with the redstone soup, and we should have a chalice of redstone soup, or a chalice filled. And that will actually be even better for the altar. So now we should get 10,000 power. So yes, that's a very nice improvement right there. All right, and what? Why am I throwing drops of luck? I do not know. All right, so now we should be able to go ahead and make another brew. And we should be able to go ahead and make the redstone soup again. That, 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 and that. Sweet, it worked. And I don't have another empty bottle because brains. Alright, let me go grab an empty bottle. I've got plenty of them downstairs, but downstairs is so far away. Alright, let's see. Empty bottle should be here. Empty bottles are not here. Okay. Fine. We'll just make some empty bottles and take them upstairs with us because we're going to need them anyway, right? Good. So now we have all the empty bottles we could possibly need. Back up the elevator as we go. All this up and down stuff's getting old. I'm going to have to get started on PandemiCraft soon and put in an actual elevator. Alright, sweet. So now we have that redstone soup that we needed. Okay, so now, hopefully, we should be able to make... What were we even making? I know we were making something. We were putting something together here. Let's look at the... We're doing circle magic. Ah, flying ointment. Because we want to make our broom fly. Alright, flying ointment requires the redstone soup. It requires the potion of swiftness, which we now have. A feather, wool of bat, diamond, and a belladonna flower, and that is all done in a kettle. Sweet. Alright, so we've got the diamond. Got the redstone soup. We don't need the Mutatis Extremis anymore. It's looking like we're not going to get the chalk made. I mean, we got the chalk made. It's looking like we're not going to get to use it because this is taking a lot longer than I expected it to. Let's see. We're going to need another belladonna because apparently they're used for everything. Another mandrake. Another wool of bat. I don't actually need the wool of bat or the mandrake, do I? No, I don't. Okay, the feather, wool of bat, mandrake. Okay. So the mandrake is not necessary, but we do need a brain because I can't think. A feather. And I don't have one right here. Give me just a second, I'll go grab one. Alright, now that we've got this together, we're going to go with a potion of swiftness, wool of bat, feather, belladonna, diamond, and the redstone soup, and that should turn white. Excellent, it did. And now we have a flying ointment. Okay, so now that we have this together, let's do finally we'll get this made, and we'll do the enchantment, the circle magic right as we end the episode. Ironic, considering how long it took to get all this together. But witchery is involved, but fun. So, I consider it to be worth it. Alright, so setting up the circle magic. The center of the circle is going to be right here where this torch is. The center of the circle is always drawn with the gold chalk. Okay, so the gold chalk makes the centerpiece. The centerpiece is where everything happens. It's where all the magic happens. Okay, so we only need to use that once. Next, we're going to use the white ritual chalk. And according to the book, we're going to need a 7x7 and an 11x11 circle. Okay, so with the center of the thing being the first block, we need to go 1, 2, 3 blocks. Wow, it makes it really hard to see the blocks with this particular setup. We should be able to do it from side to side with that, and we should be able to go out 1, 2, 3 blocks and go off to the sides with that. And then 1, 2, 3 blocks and off to the, oops, I think I did that one wrong. Yes, I did. 3 blocks. And unfortunately, when these things are put down, there's no really getting them back. So yeah, this is definitely difficult trying to do circle magic when you have blocks that are hard to see. 1, 2, 3 blocks. And then, of course, the block in between. I really like this texture for the circle magic area, but it's also very hard to see exactly what you're doing because it's hard to see the actual borders of the blocks. So, and of course, we're going to need an 11 by 11. So from the center, we're going to go out 5 in each direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to have to go out on the sides further than that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 on each side. And let's see, so it's 3, 4, 5. And then, of course, we'll have to connect these on the diagonal like this. Hoping I'm doing this right. Let's see, 3, 4, 5. Wow, this is actually going to be a little more complicated. Okay, and then connect these on the diagonal as such. And hopefully this is correct. It looks right. Yeah, that looks right. Good. So now that we have that together, the actual circle magic requires 3,000 altar power. As you guys saw, we have 10,000, so that's perfectly fine. It has to be performed at night, and you need the broom and the flying ointment. And it is not nighttime yet, so give us just a minute. We'll wait for it to get dark, and then we will make this sucker go to work. Be right back one more time. Alrighty, the sun has set and it's time to give this a try. Okay, so when you're doing circle magic, what you want to do is you want to drop the items that the circle magic book says you need to drop there, and then you will right click on the circle in the center. It will pop them in, do the magic. Hooray! I got an enchanted broom. Alright, so let's see, how does this thing work? Let's go for a flight. Uh-oh. That's bad. I stepped on the broom and
flew away.
Yeah, apparently. All right, well, yeah, let's see what's going on here. Be right back.